it was not good. I also took a sun and shadow class, and the fun was there were people doing these beautiful soft colorations. I was doing a Crayola Amish thing. Mine looked like a windsock halfway through class. But I finished it, and I quilted it in red thread, machine quilting at a time when you just didn't do that. So I had a lot of fun, and I was totally, completely hooked. And I quilted and did a lot of things, and then when I was back in Phoenix after jaunts around the country, I was asked to teach at a local quilt shop, which was pretty comical because I had never taught anything. And I admit that I did it so I could get an employee discount at a quilt shop. End of story. But I quickly decided the only expertise I had was the quilt I was teaching. I had made that quilt. What would I tell you that I thought it was important to know that maybe I would have liked to know before I started? So that's how I got into writing pattern instructions. And I honestly thought if I was going to tell it to you in class, it needed to be in the instructions, because can I have a show of hands of how many people have gone to a class and I'm going to go home and I'm going to finish this quilt tonight, this weekend, and then you get home and life has happened, and 6 months from now you're pulling out this thing going, the teacher was babbling about something and I don't know what it was. So, see? People know. So I started writing all of this stuff in the patterns, and I also started making little asides of, okay, now repeat this unit, make 934 of them, just to see if people were actually reading. Because I know we all look at the diagrams, check the measurements, you may or may not read the instructions. The comedy of all this is, I am not good at following patterns. So there are a couple of friends, including Joanna, who I've made 1 or 2 of her quilts, and everybody is just like, but you changed that. Yeah, I did. So a funny side story that it's ironic Allison mentioned Joanna Figueroa. We share one other funny thing. Polly Minnick, who is Lori Simpson's older sister, we found out years ago we had the same birthday and thought that was kind of funny. We do have some things in common. And then I found out something else, and teased, oh, you're never going to believe who has the same birthday. Joanna Figueroa, Polly Minnick, and I all have the same birthday. And it's comical how much we have in common. Pretty frightening. I will also say that Lori Simpson thinks it's absolutely hilarious. And she just rolled her eyes and went, that's a threesome. No. And couldn't stop laughing. But I digress. Anyway.